Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night. I hope you will enjoy today's video, so let's just get into it.
How can you spot the difference? Well, you can tell from the get-go if a man is looking for a wife or a girlfriend. The first one is the way he converses with you. Is he just talking to you? Is he just kind of not really paying attention? Or is he actually asking you questions? Is he getting to know you? When you met this guy, did he ask for your number or your Snapchat? What's even worse is when they ask for your Instagram, because you just know they're showing their boys. He is taking his time. He is planning out the dates. He is not rushing. If you had to reschedule, he's like, cool, what about this date instead of just flaking altogether. And the biggest one that everyone gets so mad about is a man that invests in you. Is he spending quality time? Is he buying you gifts? Is he, making sure he's generous with you? But you just gotta know if this gesture is coming from a place of sincerity or if it's coming from a place of manipulation. Because a millionaire buying you a bouquet of roses probably doesn't mean as much as the average guy buying you a bouquet of roses. If you're his dream girl, best believe he's going to try to protect and provide and try to secure you.
One thing I've realized is I expect nothing coming out of these dating coaches from TikTok, and somehow I still get less than I expected. I even thought I knew the difference between a girlfriend and a wife, but obviously I didn't. I hope I still understand the difference between a hookup and a girlfriend, or between a one night stand and a wife. But even ignoring all that, listening to these dating coaches, they always seem to circle back to one thing: money. He needs to invest in you from the beginning, and they don't even realize that's the mindset that it's keeping them on the hookup level.
Sometimes I get comments from people and they're like, oh my gosh, like, I want to be you. I want to look like you. I want this. And I've said it once and I've said it before, but I am an IBS girl. I'm a Shardy girl through and through. And today I did shit my pants. Okay. So, it did happen. Unfortunately, I was also in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru taking my son to get some food before I took him to school. And I was at the Lord's restaurant. However, I did not receive any blessings today. My son, however, did, because I was already running late to take him to school because I'm that kind of mom. And because I unfortunately shit my pants, I was unable to take him to school because I wasn't going to be walking into that office with stain on my leggings, on the Lulu. So that did work out in his favor, however, not so much for me. But if you ever feel yourself feeling jealous of strangers on the internet, just know that we do wear pants, and it's not always greener.
Jealous on the people on the internet? You are joking, right? Even if you're not, what would be the reason for you to post this video? I wasn't jealous of you before, so there was no need for you to post something like this. Except maybe to prove that common sense no longer exists.
If he wanted to, he would. He hasn't reached out because he doesn't want to.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room here and say that I actually believe that this is borderline toxic mentality, and here's why. While I do agree that, yes, men were naturally born to like hunt and go after the women that they want, go after the food that they want, anything that they want, okay? However, times have changed tremendously, in case you haven't noticed, especially the past few decades, where men are actually embracing a lot of their feminine energies and women are embracing a lot of their masculine energies. And not only that, but to say that this applies to every single man or woman, that a man is always going to go after the woman that he wants, like if he really liked her, that is just complete BS. Because nowadays, a lot of men are really insecure. Why? Because they're afraid of rejection. They feel that they're not worthy enough. There's so much competition out there. Sometimes they think that a woman is too good for them, so they're not going to go for it. That's just like a lot of times that's how it is. Now, women don't get all big headed and say, oh, well, he's not contacting me then because like he likes me too much. No, but what you have to do is just focus on yourself and let the man focus on himself and his insecurities and his shadows. He needs to face this. This is actually very common in a twin flame dynamic, by the way, in case you don't know what twin flames are. There's a divine masculine, divine feminine. I could go all into this. And the divine masculine will always run as soon as he realizes that he has intense feelings for the divine feminine.
Oh, right, again with the divine this and divine others. Thank God you're not going into the twin flame stuff. Except you did, and I had to listen for almost 2 more minutes of you trying to explain something that made no sense to anyone else except you. Yeah, maybe times have changed, but I don't think men changed all that much. You're gonna call that a bad thing, I'm gonna call it a good thing. And you are trying to change men to embrace more of their feminine side, and yes, I still call that a bad thing. But on average, that rule still applies. If he wanted to, he would, and if he doesn't, he just didn't want it to. He's not all that insecure, he doesn't fear rejection all that much, and you're not all that way too good for him.
If he doesn't ask you how your day was, it's because he knows that your day was amazing, because you're amazing. So how could your day not have been?
Well, obviously. Or I'm amazing, and while we're together in a relationship, you don't even need to be by my side, and your day is still gonna be amazing. Man, I would be crushing it on TikTok. All I'd have to do is say something stupid like that and gather more hate than I can possibly handle. Oh my god, you're like toxic. Well, it's TikTok. That's exactly my point.
When someone in your life cannot admit something or own up to something, remember this. Shame is so powerful that some people would rather lose everything than admit they were wrong.
Okay, but what if I wasn't? What if I cannot admit something because that something never happened? But hey, I'm all up to bringing shame back. Are you?
I'm turning 40 this year, and comments like these break my heart. This girl is 25 years old and she thinks that she'll never find anyone. In all of my years of experiences of dating and having been in a committed long-term relationship for 15 years that was extremely toxic and not healthy, this is the best piece of advice that I can give you. With the way that the world is today, dating is not easy. So you need to really put yourself out there. Get on dating apps. And if you get approached by a lot of guys and it's very uncomfortable, use a dating app like Bumble, because you get to pick who you want to talk to. They're swiping on you if they like you, but they're waiting if you swipe on them, and they're waiting for you to talk to them first. That way you don't have to waste your time with a bunch of people that you're not even interested in. When you see potential ones that you think you like, you message them, you say hi, you see what they say back. Keep the messaging short. Do not let the chat go on and on and on for a very long time. Because you're not really going to get to know a person very well by chatting on an app. The best way to get to know a person, or at least have an impression to see if you like them, is by meeting them in person. So after maybe a couple of chit chats back and forth of basic information being exchanged, this is what you're going to say. Here's my number. Insert number. Call or text me if you'd like to meet. Otherwise, take care and be well. Smiley face. This always works. They will call you. Because there's something about the dangling of the carrot that here you go, we're chit-chatting, whatever, and I'm not going to really waste any more time. Here's the phone number if you want to go to the next step. Otherwise, bye. There's something about that that makes them feel that if they don't take that step, they're going to completely lose the opportunity to have anything further than that chat. So it sparks their curiosity. I guarantee you will have a text or a call, if not that very same day, by the end of the week.
And I guarantee you the man you want, the man that doesn't play games, is gonna get turned off by that ultimatum and you'll never hear from him again. She said it herself, she's 40 and she's single. So obviously whatever she's doing, it's not working. And you're out there in her comment section looking for advice. And obviously, big surprise, this is the type of advice you get. Dingle some carrots in front of him and he's gonna do something. What he's gonna do is in fact not give you the text or the call.
I'm going to say something controversial, but I think we all need to hear this. Love is conditional. Any love that's unconditional is not real love, and it's not good for you. Love should be conditional. You should have boundaries. There should be certain needs that are met. The way someone shows up in your life should contribute to the way that you feel about them. Doesn't mean that you can't love some people from afar, but at the end of the day, true love is totally conditional.
Okay, and what exactly is controversial? We already knew that. Might be controversial to yourself, but again, we all knew that. But I just used this video as an introduction to the next one, and before I let it play, I'm gonna read the comments she's responding to. You just broke every man in the world. Do it again.
Thank you. This is literally the best comment you could have given me. Here to destroy the patriarchy.
Well, okay, you keep fighting the good fight, but somehow though I don't feel broke, and not even broken. Anyone watching felt broken by her videos? Cause I think she's more important than we give her credit, or at least she feels more important than she is.
It is so much better to mourn the loss of a relationship than to continuously mourn the loss of yourself, your happiness, your standards, and your needs in a situation that is no longer serving you. I promise.
Well, as long as you promise, that changes nothing. What do you mean by no longer serving you? How did it serve you in the beginning, and why is it no longer serving you now? I know it's hard to understand that it takes two to keep a relationship, and both partners should put in the same amount of effort to keep their relationship and to make it work, and that's the reason so many of you can't find a relationship. But hey, as long as you promised, right? Can you also promise the grass is gonna be greener on the other side? Because in so many cases, it's not going to be.
Yes, they always come back.
No, they don't. I'm in fact living proof they never come back in both ways. And it's just gonna be a wild guess, but I'm gonna say you're also proof they never come back.
So I was lining up to get coffee today and there was two men in front of me and they were talking about their wives. And the first man was describing his wife as an angel and the second man's response was, "Aren't you lucky? Mine's is still alive." Woo!
Yeah, how wild it would be for that first man to have his ex coming back. Anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.